So God gave you the strength. Um, that's one of my favorite scriptures, to be honest. I used to sing this song when I was when I was a little girl. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens
Mm.
me, and so yeah, that's one of my favorite verses too, because it does take strength to walk away from a situation. Um, like I was trying to share with you earlier, I remember when I did leave the guy, and I just knew that God was covering me because He told me that He would. Of course, there were, the threats. Like you said, the threats were coming on the phone calls, and but I was working, and they lived way on the other side of town. I remember leaving, and I saw them, and I just went into full panic. But God covered me. They still never found me. So I know it takes strength to walk away. It takes strength to walk away. So, so I know you were saying that your babies gave you the strength. God gave you the strength, but you did it for the babies too. So when you got ready to leave or when you left, was it like a clean break, or did he continue to, did he try to find you? Where did you go? Where did you go when you left?
So when I left, I went to my dad's.
Okay.
Um, and so I went to my dad's, and my he lived upstairs from my grandparents, and I was very close to my grandparents too.
Okay.
Um, and so I was actually there,
Okay.
and of course he knew where my dad lived,
Right, right.
but he wouldn't dare come
Yeah.
there. So the next thing for him to do would to be to call and threaten me, and
Harass you.
and
Yeah.
harass me.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna be at the bus stop. I'm gonna be here,
The threats
waiting.
came.
The threats started coming.
Yes, yes.
Um, but once again, I just had the faith that I'll be okay.
That God will cover you.
Hmm.
Did you at that time though, did you go ahead because you had found the courage to leave?
Hmm.
Did you go ahead and share with your family what you had been going through? Did you go ahead and
Yes.
okay, spill the beans? Yeah.
So yeah. So
Take your power back.
right before I walked out, I was just like, I gotta let everyone know what's going
Right,
on.
right.
And so I did. And then that's when, my dad, my mom, everybody was just like, you could come, you could come.
Yeah.
Um, we went to my dad's, and um, all the support from my family came.
Okay.
You know, um, at that point, in the process of me praying and whatever, my strength, but the shame left. The shame that I had
Okay.
and the embarrassment left.
Yeah, yeah. That's a part of it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so I tell people that was one of the things that had to leave.
Hmm.
And that's where I got the strength. Once
Yeah.
the shame left, um, and one of my friends had told me, you didn't do anything wrong. So
Mhm.
why are you ashamed?
Yeah.
And so that helped me.
Yeah.
Um, so it didn't even bother me. The threats didn't, at that point, the threats didn't bother me.
Okay.
I wasn't afraid. I went out to the bus stop. God got me. You
Come
know,
on.
I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm going to work.
You knew you was guarded and
Yes.
protected. Yeah.
So even through the threats, I felt like I was gaining some of me back, little by little, my peace.
Okay. Your confidence came
Mm-hmm.
back because he tried to strip you of your confidence. Your
Yeah.
confidence, your peace came back. That's come on now.
So part of that weight
Yeah.
was lifted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and so then, it was, oh, you're taking me from seeing my children, blah, blah, blah.
So you can try to use the
Yeah.
kids that
So
you weren't
never,
afraid to abuse me in front of.
exactly. And I
Okay.
was like, never would I. They can come to your moms, they can see you. This has to do with me and you. You being abusive to me.
Right.
Um,
Wait. Now he was abusive to you, so you felt like he could see the kids, so you never ever thought that he would do anything to the children.
no,
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good.
no.
Good.
Because he played differently until, he would never do anything to me initially in front of the children.
Right.
Um, so, it wasn't an attack towards them, you know. It didn't become a thing with the children um, until my daughter
Mhm.
was graduating from pre-K.
Okay.
And I went to the school. I had it all set up with the school. He still is not allowed to pick them up
Okay.
or anything like
Okay.
that because
Okay.
he's an abuser. And he
Yes.
would only be able to see them if he wanted around his mom.
Okay. Well,
So
that's
he
good.
couldn't
You
see any by
establish
themselves.
boundaries.
Yes. So
Yes.
there
Yes.
was boundaries
Yes.
set.
Yes.
Um, and so when I went to the graduation, he came,
Okay.
um, but he sat next to me. After the graduation, we had a little reception thing, and he
Okay.
sat next to me.
Okay.
And here goes where he tried the intimidation again.
I was just thinking that.
He decided to put his hand here on me, and
Okay.
he rubbed my back.
Uh-huh.
And, I just said, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
This is over. We're not going to do this
Right.
in front of, everyone."
Yes.
And he was like, "Okay, cool, cool. I
Mm-hmm.
get it." So we left, went back to my dad's.
Right.
We were all deciding what we were going to do because
Mhm.
we're all a bowling family.
Okay.
So we were all going to go bowling.
Yes.
And my oldest daughter was still in school.
Okay.
And so I went up to the school to get my daughter,
Mm-hmm.
and they said, "Oh, her dad came and picked her up."
Wait, well, we have rules and boundaries in
Yes.
place. Somebody
So
forgot.
another break in the system.
Oh, wow.
And so I called, and he didn't answer at first, and then he called me back, and he said, he had my daughter, and yeah, you could come pick her up. And so I said, okay. So one of my friends, he was like, "I'm not going to allow you to go by yourself."
Right.
So he went with me, and I had, my other son and daughter at the house. And I was like, "Well, we're just going to go pick them up." Once again, I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm
Thinking
like,
everything's so
yeah, I'm going to
you got your
go,
protection, you got your friend with you, everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna get my baby.
yeah. So the kids were like, "No, no, we want to come." And I was like, they didn't want to come. So we let them sit in the car.
Okay.
I go to the house, to the door. And I said, "Okay, I'm here, to pick up my daughter." And he said, "Okay, go get her bag or whatever." And
He told you to go get the bag?
he told her to go get the bag.
Okay,
So
okay.
she's in the house. He went to go get it, and then he had her like wait. And so he's like, "Well, you need to come in." And so I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to start.
Yeah.
And so he was like, "No, no, I get it. I get it." So I go into the living room area when you first come in.
Right.
And at that point, he walked into the kitchen.
Okay.
And so my daughter came, and she had forgot something. And so I told her to go back and get it. And at that point, I said, "Well, come on." And I was like waiting. And then he walked behind me, and he had a knife.
Oh my Lord.
And he had it to my back. And I told my daughter, I was like, "Wait, stay back.
Yeah.
No, don't," because I didn't want her to see this.
Right.
And he had me walk to the door with the knife at my back. And I had on pants, and I had a belt. And so he had the belt, and he had the knife.
Jesus.
And he said, "Tell him to let the kids out the car." And
oh my God.
I wouldn't do it at
Yes.
first. And he was like, "Tell him to let the kids out the car." And I was just like, "No." And at that point, after about the second or third time saying no, he stabbed me twice in my
What?
back. One,
I'm surprised,
pierced my
y'all, because
lung.
we didn't have a prelude to this story. So I'm going in with y'all. Huh?
Yeah. So he stabbed me twice in my back. And I initially, in the process of me getting stabbed, I just like kind of loosened my belt. And so when my belt got a little bit loose, he lost it. And then my friend jumped out the car because he saw, I said, "He's stabbing me." And I was saying,
Jesus.
he's stabbing me. And when he jumped out and ran on the porch to get it in. There were people outside. Hmm
Okay, so hold on, wait. Hold on, guys. This is a lot. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So he has the knife to your back before he
hmm
starts stabbing you. The door is open. Are you guys on the porch or just
We're
in the
in the
doorway?
doorway.
You're in the doorway.
Hmm
People are outside,
On their porches next door.
and he's telling you to tell your friend to let him out, let the kids out.
Hmm
You wouldn't do it. He starts to stab you while you're standing in the doorway.
hmm In
Did you?
front of my children.
Your
Hmm
daughter that was in the house saw
Yeah.
witnessed this. Did you scream?